Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. Home court advantage goes to the Warriors playing here at the Oracle Arena. Both sides will try and push it on the fast break doors to get easy scores. Talk a bit about playing fast, but also playing with efficiency.
Well, you look no further than the Golden State Warriors, who, when they are playing with pace and out in transition and the threes are flying, it's electric and, frankly, almost unstoppable. But they walk that delicate line of playing fast without turning it over. You want to give these great players freedom, but within that freedom, they've got to make sure, okay, we've got to value the basketball. And yes, we can maybe turn it over 10 times per game, but we get north of 10, 15 turnovers, and that's going to put us in a little bit of a problematic situation.
Good analysis. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Sexton and Smith are the guard tandem. Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. And it's Osman in at the small forward position. Now, here is Smith. Back to Thompson. That one, no good. Nice D from Cousins. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Durant kicks to Curry. Here's Thompson. He can't get that one, so Cleveland will take it the other way. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Curry with it. Thompson outside. Green the screen. They set the pick. And Thompson kicks to Durant. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Right. I mean, that's solid defense. At the very least, you like seeing them muck it up and make things difficult.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Clock at 4. Here's Cousins. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
If he's not a sure thing in the paint, Cousins is pretty close.
Here's Clarkson. Kicks it to Nance. Back to Clarkson. Over Thompson. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Warriors on top, up by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. There is a buzz in the air in the sold-out arena here in Indianapolis, Indiana. We've got the Charlotte Hornets facing the Indiana Pacers. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Should be a fun one to watch tonight, C-Web. No shortage of athleticism for either of these teams.
Oh, get your popcorn ready. This is highlight reel material. Keep your head on the swivel or you might get dunked on. And if you're a fan, keep your head on the swivel or you might miss a nice dunk.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Walker and Batum are the guard pair. Williams is down low with Zeller. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the 3. Williams with a clean look, and the 3 ball is good. Williams has got the first bucket of the night, a 3-pointer for the Hornets. Collison kicks to Turner. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Offline with his three. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Nate McMillan.
Well, Kevin, when I asked him about the defensive game plan, he said they have to clog up the middle and deny clean looks at the basket. If they can do that, he thinks they'll have the upper hand. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Well, in addition to Batum's solid perimeter shooting, he is also very efficient from the mid-range, dropping in these shots consistently.
Turner passes to Collison. Zeller grabs the board.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Over Oladipo. Doesn't go for him. And Indiana will come the other way. Bogdanovich against Kid Gilchrist. Turner with a screen on Kid Gilchrist. And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. Turner with the screen. 6 to shoot. Young's shot is off. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And a wide open look for Walker. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And Walker is what we call thirsty. He's thinking of firing as soon as he gets the rock. Great presence of mind from the point guard.
And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. To the left wing. Here's Walker. No good on that last second attempt there. And so is Charlotte, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get right back to the action when we return. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday night hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Some incredible athletes in this one, Brent. Defensively, what does it take to stay in front of somebody who's got that kind of explosive ability?
For me, a small prayer. For other guys, it's knowing time, space, distance to make sure that you can collect anybody's first move. As you know, Kevin, you can't be thinking out there. If you're caught thinking, especially defensively, you get to read the back of the jersey of the guy you're guarding quite often. Can't happen here tonight.
And it can take your mind off of the other things you've got to do.
Well, yeah, that, and then you're always using one key phrase, which coaches talk about in practice.
Yeah.
Help.
Oh, yeah.
I need help.
Help. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are your small and power forwards. Bledsoe and Snell teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Lopez in at the center. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Kid Gilchrist. Outside, Batum. 5 to shoot. Over onto Kumbo. Batum, good. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Kumbo kicks to Middleton. Lopez against Zeller. Here's Middleton. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, at 235 pounds, Middleton is hard to throw off balance, so he can take that contact and still finish through.
Now, here's Walker. Pass to Williams. Back to Walker. Stolen by Bledsoe. To the inside, Middleton. With the second effort, he can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist. Lets it go from deep. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
It felt like he felt like time was winding down, saw the opening, nailed the shot.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Milwaukee on top. They're up by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. The tall buildings of downtown Boston lighting up the nighttime sky. It's the home of the Celtics here in Boston as 2K Sports brings you today's action live. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Brad Stevens is one of the youngest coaches in the league. At the same time, he's one of the longest tenured coaches in Celtics history. Kyrie Irving said he brings the ultimate unwavering confidence. Chill but assertive. He demands excellence out of you. You want to play for him. Kevin?
All right, David. Clark, plenty of speed and explosiveness on display tonight. When you widen your lens a little bit, how do you think athleticism in this league has changed throughout the years?
Well, it has grown exponentially, Kevin. When you think about the advanced training methods, the knowledge around nutrition and rest and strength training, so beneficial to the athleticism that we see in the league. As a matter of fact, I question whether or not I would be able to play in this day and age based on the athleticism I had back in the 80s. I would have to really embrace that fitness and strength training to another level to play today.
Oh, I think you would have played in any era and been just fine.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm not so sure, though. These guys get after it. They're bigger, faster, and stronger than any players of any era to date.
A look at the Magic starting group. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's Ross in at the 3 slot.
And if there was ever a guy who was more than what his stats say, it's Al Horford. Won't have nights where he drops 50 or carries a team with his shot blocking, but you ask anyone he's played with and they'll tell you he is a perfect teammate.
Gordon with the screen for Augustine. Inside. Gordon inside. He's covered by Irving.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Brown. It's hauled in by Gordon. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Fournier. Augustine against Irving. It's Fournier on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Marcus Morris is checked in for Tatum. Marcus Smart comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Isaac comes in for Terrence Ross. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Fournier. And it's Grant in for Augustine. Now, here is Morris. Off the pick. It's good.
Gains separation by just working off the screen. Morris been around the block enough times to know all the angles.
Grant kicks to Vucevic. Over Horford. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, and I think all credit goes to that being just good offense. I mean, those are the kind of shots they want, and they got them.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Boston on top. They lead by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. The friendship torch in the foreground and the Tower of the Americas behind it. Two of the signature sites here in San Antonio, Texas. We've got basketball action at the AT&T Center. We're in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Things get ready to roll. Let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan grew up in California, and he idolized Kobe Bryant. DeRozan says, Kobe was my favorite player. I watched everything he did, practiced almost all his moves, and DeRozan has become a multiple-time All-Star. Kevin?
Well, DA, you can see that influence. Great stuff. Thanks for the report. Two teams that run offense through the block, Brent. What does playing inside out do to a defense?
Well, it's kind of the idea, when we've talked about it, Kevin, the accordion of the defense.
Right.
You press them in and then out, and then at some point, if they don't work themselves back in, there are advantages on driving angles, there's advantages of attacking closeouts, and then opportunities open up. And the more of those easy shots go in, it starts to deflate that defense.
Boy, you need that center to kind of have his head on a swivel, right? He's got to have that great vision about where guys are.
Well, between that and also you being a big Polka fan, we'll see how this accordion defense plays out tonight.
I love the Polka. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court right now for the Hawks, Young and Bazemore team up in the backcourt. The big men are Collins and Dedmon, and it's Prince in at the small forward.
And with DeRozan getting traded, he said he felt backstabbed by Raptors management after they said he wouldn't be traded. At the end of the day, people will do what's best for their own position, whether they're a GM or a player. But you better believe they'll love DeRozan in Toronto forever, no matter what jersey he wears.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Young passes it to Bazemore. Prince kicks it to Bazemore. Dedmon a screen. 6 to shoot. Collins a screen on DeRozan. Shot off the screen. Gasol with the rebound. To the middle. DeRozan's shot is off.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
Prince, the pass to Bazemore. He gets it in there.
Bazemore looking pretty comfortable on the inside there, weaving around for that too.
Murray kicks to Gay. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Aldridge sets up the pick now for DeRozan. Shoots over Bazemore. And it's DeRozan missing.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Shots good from Young.
And the work ethic coming into play there. I like how Young can just focus on the task at hand.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Hawks lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It's the Miami Heat facing the West All-Stars.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And it's the West All-Stars to start out. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Down low, it's Johnson and Whiteside. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. And it's Richardson in at the small forward. Here's Waiters, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Here's Waiters. Good D by Embiid.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Super quick in transition. The Greek Freak jumping down the throat of the defense with that speed.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with Coach Mike D'Antoni. He said the key to this game is how much they can limit the quality looks inside. He said when you're playing a team like this, you don't stand a chance if you give them easy shots down low. We'll see who wins that battle, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Pass to Richardson. Three-pointer. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's DeRozan. Goran Dragic grabs the board.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Heat knocking down the tray. Back to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. With the shot. Misses the jumper. And here's Miami. Here's Johnson. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Bucket is good. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the game.
You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
Here's Dragic. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away.
Shots like that from Dragic sure look easy.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Miami ahead. They're up by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Pelicans in a fine Western Conference battle at the New Orleans Arena. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Brent, we've got great front courts in this matchup. Since you played, both forward positions have evolved and become a little bit different.
You ever think, Kevin, about some of the great players in the 80s and 90s that had the skill set to do some of the things that we're asking of today's players?
Good point.
That might have been great. And I'm thinking like guys like Detlef Schrempf that were out there and doing things where people said, how's a 6'11" guy getting away with that? Well, now every 6'11" guy is getting away with those skills.
Now we'll look at Memphis's starting group. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. Brooks is out there with Conley. And it's Gasol at the 5 spot. Randall with the bucket.
Showing some initiative there.
Yeah, he takes advantage of what the defense is providing him, and that's the first bucket of the game.
Conley sets a screen for Gasol. Jackson down low. He's defended by Randall. That one goes. Count it.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Now here's Davis. Moore outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Holiday. From deep. Rebounded by Jackson.
He's not doing his team any good by taking shots from that range.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of shot helps with is your opponent's chance of winning.
Conley against Payton. Inside, Randall. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Randall's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Now here's Conley. Outside Gasol. For Davis.
And with AD roaming around like a great white shark, smells blood in the water, makes the defense think twice.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. New Orleans on top, up 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. We're live from Portland, Oregon. Hometown fans are cheering for their Trailblazers. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks, guys. Now, the Blazers are a talented young team, but Damian Lillard hopes they'll be aggressive, looking to improve. He said, obviously, we believe in what we have, but the more firepower we can add, the better chance we have of competing for longer periods of time at a higher level. Kevin?
He's not shy about putting pressure on the front office, DA. Thanks.
And, you know, last season the Magic fell short of their goals, dealt with a lot of injuries, and just had a lot of holes in their roster, too. What was an uphill battle to begin with became really an impossible one.
And as you said, the Magic last season dealt with numerous injuries.
Yeah, you know, the fact of the matter, Kevin, is the Magic just didn't have enough talent to compete either, in spite of the injuries. Rebounding the ball was an issue, and they didn't have any area of the game that they were really great in.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings. And it's Augustine in at the 1. Now here's Turner, 5 to shoot. And the baseline jumper, no good. Feeds to Ross. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu. Well, Terrence Ross can be great at times, but consistency certainly has been an issue for him.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a vapor trying to grab hold of that consistency for Ross. One game he's great, the other game you don't know he's out there. This is a player that once had 50 points in a game, but has struggled to find that same kind of drive game to game. His outside shot has taken a nosedive a bit, as has his overall shooting percentage. Yet he's still relatively young, so this guy could bounce back.
That free throw, no good. No luck that time either. Inside, here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got the opening basket of the game for Portland. Augustine against Lillard. Bamba's shot is off.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Nurkic, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here is Augustine. And that one, good. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Lillard against Augustine. And that one's good. Lillard's got 5 now.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
And Fournier kicks to Augustine. Baseline jumper. And too long on the shot. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Lillard, the pass to Turner. Back to Lillard. There's a screen. Here's Aminu. It's hauled in by Gordon. McCollum against Fournier. Over McCollum. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers up 5. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.